Welcome back to another video. Today is the 10th, Wednesday the 10th of September, so we have 4 more days until the fertilizer ban comes in to play. So go on doing a blanket spread on all the fields on the grazing platform. Obviously I still cannot, oh Jesus, it's gone breezy. I still can't get my silage picked up, cut even. It's just, the weather is just absolutely brutal. But yeah, that's the plan for today. The weather isn't great, and that is why I'm questioning what to put out. The ground conditions have been getting worse and worse as we go further into September, and that leads me to believe that I'll have my cows housed in October. So do I need to be put out that much fertilizer? No, I'm not going to take the chance of wasting fertilizer when I might have the cows in a month's time, because it's just been absolutely brutal. The weather hasn't let up. It has just been rain, and yeah, we'll see how it goes. Today I'm going to put out protected urea. It's urea I bought back in May. So I was onto my advisor in Tagish, and I was just asking her what my allowance left is to spread in the year, and I only have 120 kilos of nitrogen left to spread before my allowance is filled up, but I have 1200 kilos of phosphorus. Your suggestions in the comments might not be any good to me, but look, if you have any suggestions of what I could use, write down there in the comments and I'll see what I can do. But obviously you can't carry fertilizer over to next year with this new fertilizer database system that is in place. So yeah, have I shot myself in the foot? More than likely, yeah. But I just was afraid of going over that allowance. Obviously I export slurry here. I export it to a local tillage farmer just down the road from me, and he's the same farmer that I borrowed this car off actually. So yeah, luckily enough to have him, and luckily enough he's able to take slurry off me, which really does help with my nitrates and irrigation. So you can correct me if I'm wrong, but it is my understanding that protected urea has the shelf life of maybe 6 to 12 months, depending on storage and all that, and they say the sunlight and moisture can degrade that inhibitor, that coating on the outside of the granule, and they want farmers to switch to this protected urea. But a lot of farmers would buy their fertilizer in bulk at the start of the year. So when they go to use that protected urea, say in the middle of June, July, August, when you would want the protected urea to work, because your moisture levels would be a lot lower, that the protected side of it would be gone, it would be degraded out of it. So it just doesn't make sense to ban straight urea at this moment in time. Yeah, we're actually getting a very strong shower here now. The breeze is really just blowing it in. I don't know how long more my cows are going to be able to stay out, but they seem happier that they're getting silage now. They're still doing about 1.7 kilos of milk solids, which isn't bad considering they've been doing over 2 for the majority of the year. And they've had a really good start to the year. I think they're about 80 kilos up on last year's milk solids. I'm just waiting for the shower to pass. It's still a bit hazy, But our fella's going to the plough match. Geez, I don't know, the weather doesn't look like it's going to be too mighty for it. Ground conditions could be poor, could be puddly. Yeah, I think the shower's gone now. We'll go up, we'll close the gaps. Oh, I know it's bone dry, there's a bit of a breeze, but just very strange weather we're getting here at the moment. Oh yeah, I don't think cows will be out for much longer. Just even travelling there, I'm leaving a small few marks here and there. I'll just show you this. So you can just see the marks there in the field. It is getting nasty looking. So yeah, that is a problem. The ground condition isn't holding up. I could have the cows in a month, and yeah, it could be game over then, like, so. Oh. If farming was easy, we'd all be at it. Yeah. Other than that, it's been a very quiet week. Everything is just slowing down, which is nice in a way. Like, I spend a bit more time with the family and stuff like that, and you can kind of get on top of paperwork. But still though, you do miss the days where you're kind of flat out. You're kind of not looking for jobs, but you're just putting off the jobs you don't want to do. I must go eat the spud. I'll be back to you after that. Well, in the hour over lunch, I've decided not to purchase any more fertilizer for the year. So I just said, look, it'll be fine. I'll know for the future now that I can be a bit more adventurous with my spending. Back again. Day 2 of trying to get all the fertilizer out before the closing date. But let's see if the tractor starts up nice. Anyway, yeah, so day 2 of trying to get all the fertilizer out. Got delayed yesterday. We had a few people calling and stuff like that, so time to finish off now. I've about 400 kilos left of protected urea to put out. Putting it out at about 25 units to the acre. I'm out of breath. I am currently letting the heifers graze some of the side of the ground. Ground conditions have just gone absolutely brutal. Just show you here, look. Look at that. It has absolutely turned for the worst. Cows were actually outside the paddock and they started running into the shade. But yeah, I'll give them silage there now again. But yeah, absolutely bucking it down. So cows crossing the road, but it has been absolutely catastrophic weather. The rainfall, just crazy. Just looking at the rainfall charts, we had 35 millimeters here last September, and now we are in the 13th of September, and we have got about 60, maybe 65. I have to double check. So we've got double what we got last September. Crazy. The river has just started to burst its banks here, and over there as well. So yeah, as you can tell, the water table now is probably only a few inches under the topsoil. So these two fields anyway that are closest to the river probably won't be able to graze them unless there is a drastic change in the weather. Anyway, that is the video for this week. If you liked it, please like and subscribe, and we will see you next week again, next Sunday. Thanks for watching.